ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, today I am going to discuss 27th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, which describes Kriya Yoga, that is process of deity worship. So today is the appearance day of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So in the beginning I pray at the lotus feet of His Divine Grace Bhaktivinoda Thakur to give us his grace so that we can proceed in this transcendental path. He is seventh Goswami. We all are required to be Goswami so that we will not be again bound in this material world. We will go back to the spiritual world. So anyway, this is the way worship of the deity. Of course, deity worship is the process of Dwapara Yuga, Dwapara Paricharjaya. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, Kriteja Dhyayati Vishnu. In the Satya Yuga, people were meditating on the Lord. Dhyayati Vishnu, Tritya Jajatam Vakhi. In the Tritya, and the people worship the Lord through fire sacrifice, Yajna. Dwapara Paricharjaya. In the Dwapara Yuga, they were doing this deity worship. Kalotad Harikirtana. This is in the age of Kali, it is by the chanting of the name, holy name. So though this is the age of Kali, but still then Srila Jiva Goswami recommends deity worship also, so that we can remain clean. Anyway, see, this process of deity worship is described by the Lord to Uddhava in this 27th chapter. Worshipping the deity form of the Supreme Lord automatically brings purity and satisfaction to the mind. Thus, it is the source of all desirable gains. If a person has no engagement in deity service, he will simply remain attracted to material sense gratification, and he will have no hope of giving up bad association. The personality of Godhead has given instruction among the regulations of the Shastra scriptures on the process of worshipping Him as the bona fide deity. Brahma, Shiva, Narada, Vyasa and all other sages have recommended this process described by the Lord as most perfectly beneficial for all the occupational classes and spiritual orders of human society, including even the women and the Sudras. There are three varieties of Archana, deity worship, based on either the original Vedas, the secondary Tantras, or a combination of these. The deity image, the ground, the fire, the sun, the water, and the heart of the worshipper are all true locations of the deity's presence. It is stated in text 12 that Shaili Darumayi Lohi Lepya Lakshya Cha Saikati Manamayi Manimayi Pratima Ashtavidha Smita. That means there are 8 kinds of varieties of deity form. Shaili means stone, Darumayi means wood, Lahi metal, Lepya earth, Lekhya paint, Saikati sand, Manamayi, even the mind also we can worship the Lord. And Manimayi means jewels. So in his purport, Srila Goswami says, Archana Veda Naha. There are different types of Archana. This is described here. Lahui means Subhanadimayi. Not only simply iron, but also Subharna, gold also you can make image, deity. Lepya means mrid means earth. And Chandanadimayi. or in Chandan also we can do this formality. And Hrudi Pujayam Manomai. Hrudi means mano, in the mind. We can worship the Lord. So the deity form to be worshipped may be constructed of any one of the 8 substances: stone, wood, metal, clay, paint, sand, drawn upon the ground, the mind, or jewels. These categories are further subdivided into 2: temporary and permanent. Sorry. The details of the worshipping process are as follows. The devotee should bathe both physically and by chanting mantras, and then he should perform the utterance of Gayatri at the prescribed juncture of the day. He should arrange a seat facing either east or north, or else directly facing the deity, and should bathe and clean the deity. Then he should present clothing and ornaments, sprinkle water on the vessels and other paraphernalia to be used in the worship, and offer water for bathing the deity's feet, or give water for washing his mouth, fragrant oils, incense, lamps, flowers, and food preparations. After this, one should worship the Lord's personal servants and bodyguards, his consort energies, and the spiritual masters by chanting their respective Mula mantras. The worshipper should recite prayers from the Puranas and other sources, offer obeisances flat on the ground, beg for benediction, and place on himself the remnants of the Lord's garlands. Included in this method of deity worship are the proper installation of the transcendental deity by constructing a fine temple, and also the conducting of the processions and other festivals. By worshipping Lord Sri Hari with unconditional devotion in this manner, one gains access to pure loving service to his lotus feet. But if one steals property that has been given as charity to the deity or the Brahmanas, whether given by himself or by others, he will have to take his next birth as a stool eating worm. So, and this is the way of deity worship. So, one story is associated with this incident. Once, one Brahman in South India was a very poor Brahman, but he was worshipping the Lord. Because of poverty, he couldn't provide rich paraphernalia to the Lord. But he was always remaining sorry for that. But once he heard this verse that one can worship the Lord in the mind, so he became very happy. So one day he was thereafter he worshipped the Lord in his mind. Once he was taking bath in Godavari, and thereafter he started worshipping the deity in his mind. So he constructed a throne consisting of jewels, and then he constructed a deity in his mind of jewels, and provided him various costly dresses and ornaments, etc. And then he prepared food, chapan bhog, like that. So many varieties of food in his mind only. So while offering to the Lord, he thought that this sweet rice is very hot. So in his deliberation, in his mind only, he put his finger to taste whether this sweet rice is okay or very hot, and actually his finger burnt, though in the mind. So all these incidents were being witnessed by the Lord Vaikuntha in his place, Vaikuntha, Hari, Vaikuntha. So he was playing this Pasa, or what is called this the game, and with Lakshmi Devi. So he started laughing. So Lakshmi asked, what is my Lord? Why did you laugh? So he didn't answer, but he sent by his will. His messengers went with a aeroplane and brought back that Brahman to the spiritual world, to Vaikuntha Lok. Thereafter, the Lord narrated all these things. So it is a very famous story. So we can worship the Lord in our mind also. In this way, sorry, there are eight process of forms of deities we can worship in any way. That's why the Lord's devotional service or bhakti is called Ayatikiya Pratyata. At any time that can be conducted, and it cannot be stopped by any means. Thank you very much for listening to our discourse, and please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like our channel and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.